time once again to review all the ways in which the media covered themselves in glory this week. All right, this one though is both like the media and the way that Trump covered himself in glory. Yeah. So you probably followed this whole saga with the Lesley Stahl Trump 60 Minutes interview. So first we learn that he stormed down in the interview. He was mad about the questions. Then he starts tweeting about how biased and unfair she is, and teasing that he is going to release the raw video himself of the entire interview to prove how awful and unconscionable he was. So we went ahead and released that whole raw video, and I don't think that it was the, bombshell great move for him that he thought it was, but there were some interesting pieces.
Yeah, there was. Lesley Stahl in particular was like, no, there's just no way we know anything about this laptop. I mean, it might not be true. I mean, we just don't know. It was like clownish the way that she was interjecting. Let's take a listen to that.
I think it's one of the biggest scandals I've ever seen, and you don't cover it. You want to talk about...
Well, because it can't be verified.
You want to talk about insignificant things.
I'm telling you.
Of course it can be verified. Excuse me, they found the laptop. Leslie.
It can't be verified.
What can't be verified?
The laptop.
Why do you say that?
Because
even the family hasn't... The family on the laptop, he's gone into hiding. For 5 days, he's gone into hiding.
He's preparing for your debate.
Oh, it's taken him 5 days to prepare? I doubt it.
So the part there where she's just like, it can't be verified. It's like, well, no, actually, it could be.
And in fact, has been.
Fox verified parts of it. The Wall Street Journal has been actually trying to track down. And you can say it's not that important of an issue. You can say all sorts of things. Certainly Trump has been like over the top with the things that he said about it. But to just be like, oh, no, we can't verify it. That's just not true.
It's just absolutely not true. And I just keep saying this. Just be like, yeah, what happened was bad, but I think Trump is worse and I care about X policies. That's how people vote. But the elites and the media, they just can't do it.
They just have to shut this whole thing
down. The other
down.
hilarious part of this was the very beginning of the interview. And I've interviewed Trump before. Usually there's like banter and stuff, but Leslie...
He was clearly... Let me just say,
pissed off
he was in a bad mood when he said... You can tell his energy is like very dour, and she's trying to kind of like... banter with him. She's like, listen, I'm going to throw you some tough questions. Is that okay? And he's like, no. And then, of course, he ends up storming out. I do want to say, the Hunter Biden portion of this was not great. I did think Lesley did an effective job in other areas, pushing him on healthcare and everything.
That's true.
Overall, there was nothing there that warranted you like storming out and refusing to do it. This is how the interview began, which presaged, not an ultimately good outcome. Let's take a listen.
Are you ready for some tough questions?
You're going to be fair.
I'm going to be fair.
Just be fair.
But last time, I remember you saying to me, bring it on. Bring it on.
No, I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for fairness. That's all.
You're going to get fairness. But you're okay with some tough questions.
No, I'm not.
You're not okay with tough
I
questions.
want to be fair. You don't ask Biden tough questions.
He's like, I don't want tough questions. I'm like, okay. Well,
dude, you're president of the United States. Suck it up. And look, honestly, he is right that Joe Biden should have gotten more tough questions throughout the course. There's no doubt about that. But actually, the aggressive way that Lesley tried to prosecute the case against him, that Jonathan Swan did an interview, that Chris Wallace, like a few people have done an effective job with him. That is how these interviews should be done. The only really tough interview I think this whole time that Joe Biden got was Jake Tapper did a good job with him.
That's right. That's literally, probably to date, will be the only tough interview that he faced for the last 8 months of the U.S. election before he might become president of the United States. Think about that one.
That is a sad state. All right. We'll have more content for you later today.